Phil and Anya, I now invite you to join hands and make your vows in the presence of God and his people.
Go into the chapel and we're...
It's the big moment in Phil and Anya's wedding as they make their promises to one another.
I, Phil, take you, Anya,
To be my wife.
to be my wife.
Looking at them now, it's difficult to imagine they would ever have a crossword. But the honeymoon period doesn't last forever. So Josie Darby took them to meet a couple with almost 50 years experience for a bit of advice on what does make a successful marriage.
Graham and Anne Thomas, married on the 2nd of March 1968.
How are your expectations of what marriage is like, and how is that different to the reality of it?
I don't think you realise when you're first getting married just quite how many things might come your way that you're not expecting. Before we were married, he said to me, no wife of mine is going to go out to work, because Graham's mum had not worked at all.
That was my expectation, that I would be the breadwinner and Anne would do the housely thing.
But I knew that I was not going to want to give up my job to stay at home. So that was a little discussion that went ahead, and actually I just stayed at work. I just didn't give in my notice.
What was the biggest surprise you found out about each other that you didn't think you'd find out before you got married?
Well, I discovered that Anne was a much better people person than I was. I'd come from a fairly sort of non-tactile family, and I hadn't had many friends at school, and then learnt that she had lots of friends, and I sort of tagged along for a long while. And even after we were married, it was the people skills and the tactile bit of relationship that I learnt from Anne.
You see so many people getting divorced and breaking up after had enough after so many years. How do you keep going?
We do argue. But it's remembering that actually this is the man that I love. And the Bible tells you not to go to bed and sleep on your anger. So I don't allow him to go to sleep until we've sorted it.
That's one of the golden rules, I think, Be prepared to say sorry, even if you don't think you're wrong. At least say sorry for upsetting and disagreeing, and, let's work this out. With God in the relationship, it's more difficult to pull away because you're actually bound the three together rather than just the two of you. So it makes the relationship stronger, and it makes them want to actually keep together.
And then we do laugh a lot.
Oh, and laughter, gosh, yeah. You take one day at a time, one problem at a time, and you take it together.
It's really refreshing to hear you both talk about how unexpected married life is.
Enjoy the day.
Yeah.
Because it's your day.
Yeah.
And remember, there's not a single person at that wedding who's not rooting for you.
Yeah, they're all wanting you to have a really wonderful day and a wonderful life.
Anya, I give you this ring.
Phil, I give you this ring
As a sign of our marriage,
as a sign of our marriage.
I therefore proclaim that they are husband and wife.
One of the most popular wedding hymns today is Love Divine by Charles Wesley. And here it is now, sung slightly differently by Lexi Stobie in Manchester Cathedral.
Love divine, all love's excelling, joy of heaven to earth come down, fixing us thy humble dwelling, all thy faithful mercies crown. Jesus, thou art all compassion, pure and bounded love thou art. Visit us with thy salvation, enter every trembling heart. Come, Almighty, to deliver, let us all thy life receive. Suddenly return and never, nevermore
been a privilege to be part of Anya and Phil's special day. We wish them and everyone embarking on a new life together a long and happy marriage. Next week, as the school holidays begin, David Grant will be in Manchester to hear about a new recording studio which helps young people make music rather than mischief. And now for our final hymn, and we couldn't leave Coventry without something from the cathedral. And this hymn thanks God for his guidance in our lives past, present and in the future.
Songs of Praise next Sunday at the much earlier time of 1:15. Coming next on BBC One, Ken Bruce and Annika Rice pair up for a Pointless Celebrities radio special.